So that's James's dinner, and it's a stuffed pepper. It's broccoli salad, which is the new recipe of the day. And these are sliders made a little bit differently. So this is waffle burgers, and you can see the Dijon mustard and the Russian dressing as before. But this time I put a Haskop barbecue sauce on there and sweet pickles, which James loves.
So that's what we're seeing trailing down. It's more the Haskop barbecue sauce. Did you want me to show the... Well, you've got it there.
No. So we're going to talk about the complete second season of You, and then James might talk about special tasks. So James also has a mango smoothie there.
Right here.
Yeah. And the barbecue sauce isn't this one, it's a different one, but it's made by Prairie Hill Farms, and it's just that this one was in the fridge too long, so I couldn't use that. I used a different one. So we wasted half a bottle of that.
Not like us though, it just got overlooked, because we usually snaffle that up so fast.
So I'm going to try to, there we go, that's probably better. I wasn't quite getting your head in the thing.
It doesn't matter. But that's Prairie Farm, something or other?
Prairie Hill.
Prairie
Hill Farm.
Comes highly recommended. It's a local sort of thing.
It's
Canadian.
Local, and we were given it for free, and I'm very thankful because James really likes the stuff. So
it's very tasty, and hopefully it's reasonably healthy. They've got various Haskop products on offer, right?
Yep, they're doing the thing that Canadian farmers should do.
Should be doing.
Make value-added products that people actually want to eat.
Yeah, so it's tasty sort of stuff. I'm not telling this for your, it's not like getting a sermon. Do this for your soul or something like that. If you've got any sort of taste, you'll find it wonderful, and that sort of stuff.
So,
I was frankly shocked to find out there was a local product like that. They're doing something like market gardening.
I do like broccoli salad, and what I decided to do with this today. This morning I woke up yesterday, I had a migraine, so I really didn't eat anything.
That's like an understatement. She was saying she's had worse migraines.
Oh yeah.
But this is the worst I've ever seen her having a migraine. She was throwing up.
Yeah, it was not fun.
It's very tough. Like, hey, you medical researchers out there, get on the stick. You're sitting at universities. Come up with some sort of way of handling migraines.
Well, they have made medications. We just decided I shouldn't take them.
Okay.
Like, Dr. Goss had prescribed that one that was...
he was a good doctor. You're still alive, dude. Thank you for saving
it. It worked. But we were reading how it worked, and I guess it constricts blood vessels or something like that. And so we were thinking, well, because of my cholesterol thing, that'd probably be a bad idea.
It's not as though we're not like Robert Kennedy Jr. We're not Luddites or whatever.
But when I tried it, it sure worked. I just felt cold all over. It was very nice. Anyway, so the broccoli salad. What I did is, if you remember, a few days ago, it wasn't that long, maybe a week ago or something, I introduced the idea of high-protein guacamole. And what I did is I added lupin flour to guacamole and then some water. Anyway, so this time I did have limes, and I could make it properly, and I put in a little ground coriander, cumin, and chipotle.
So it's going to have a little kick
garlic
to it, will it?
It's mild. Try a piece. You'll like it. Try it with the blueberry. So I was thinking, well, I did like broccoli salad. Years ago, I'd tried to find a way for myself to like eating raisins, and I can't remember why. It might have been for iron or something like that. I don't know. But because I didn't like eating raisins, and I liked broccoli salad.
I don't think Pauline generally likes the taste of iron.
No. So, anyway, and then this time I've put sunflower seeds and pumpkin seeds and blueberries in instead. So it's quite a nice salad, I think.
It's got a bit of a kick to it. Every week for you. A little strong for you. That's the way it goes. Everyone's got different taste buds.
It's not very hot at all.
It doesn't have an after kick thing.
Barely tasty.
Some things are amazing. Like you go, well, that isn't so bad. It's amazing how some spices are.
Yeah, there's so many different kinds of hot. Some hit you right away. Some hit you like with just sweating forehead, and some hit you with, burning throat, and some, it just depends. There's a blue jay right up there. You see him? He's on the spruce tree.
I can see a branch going up. Oh, I can see him now.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy. There we go.
Yeah, he's wondering what we're eating.
Get some decent sunflower seeds. Get some peanuts.
Well, he wants peanuts.
Oh, yeah.
I'll see if they're a better price at Superstore. Anyway, so the second season. I haven't watched the first season yet, but the library is getting it. So this one comes from Tabor. Thank you, Tabor.
You don't get much stuff from Tabor, do you?
No. But anyway, you is very different.
I am very different. No.
This is it's like Dexter.
Oh my God.
So he's killed, and it's following him. He's the main star that you're following along, and you basically like him and stuff, and it's like, oh wow, why do I like this killer? But in this one, with Dexter, he was going after killers, and so you could understand, well, why he would be more likable, because he's going after people who need to be stopped, right? And
I found I cheered for Dexter.
Yeah, exactly.
Really.
Without being too creeped out.
Yeah.
Exactly. But this one is different. So, yeah, he's. I don't know really how likable he is, honestly, because he's.
Well, the cover kind of says a lot.
You do feel weird about it because he's. I don't know. Anyway, by the end of this, you think, okay, well, and on the back it says meet your match, but.
Is that the significance of the woman? Looking so familiar.
But who knows what's going to happen to her or him or whatever in season 3.
But meanwhile, there's a lot of killing while you're trying to find things out.
Well, there's some killing, not that much. I mean, it's not like he's killing every day or anything like that. With Dexter, it was. It seemed like he was killing somebody new every day, wasn't he?
Well,
he was always
edition or
whatever
episode.
Yeah, episode. Yeah. So anyway, but I found myself really getting into this. It's whereas Dexter, it's almost like it's the same story every episode with a little bit of the people around him, whatever, are they gonna know? Are they gonna find out? And then whatever. But with this, he's plunked himself into a new city, and there's somebody that from his past that's showing up, and you're wondering not just about him, but you're wondering about the other characters. This guy's kind of creepy, or that guy or gal or whatever, what's going on with them, so I don't know. it says a brilliant 20-something with an ominous flair for romance and murder, and it's kind of weird that way. But I guess that's the time
they're talking
about. Well, that would be your audience, would be young 20s usually, and it does seem kind of like or late teens, kind of like that sort of soap opera-ish, whatever, but which sort of makes serial killers seem just like the guy next door. I don't know that that's a great thing, to be just thinking okay about serial killers, whatever. It's the times. I think it's just the times. So I don't really have much to say about that.
Well, we had a lot of serial manslaughters when a plague was particularly bad.
Yeah.
People just stopped caring about other people.
Yeah, maybe.
And frankly, to a certain extent, about themselves.
Maybe so. There were a lot of things in here that they weren't that well planned out. I thought Dexter was better planned out than this. You just seems like sure, he's a young serial killer, I suppose, but I think with the serial killers, the reason that they get away with it is they plan things out carefully, and then later on they get sloppy about the planning or whatever. They start taking shortcuts, right? And so I don't get a sense that he's planning things out completely. Yes, he's doing a lot of research and stuff like that, but it's he's doing some really dumb things. Like he's wanting to stay away he's moved to stay off this gal's radar, and yet he puts himself into positions where he would very obviously be filmed, or it's wouldn't be that hard to disappear if you really wanted to, I think. But he's not doing a great job of it, and so you're watching going, and then there's a part right near the end where something happens out in the hallway of the storage unit, and you're like, okay, well, nothing was done about that, so it's just sloppy writing. It's too bad, but it's interesting enough. And how's your slider? Do you like it better this way or better with the red ruby kraut?
Red ruby kraut.
Really?
That's just the way it is. That's very tasty stuff, right?
Okay, good.
Oh, this is good too.
Yeah. I thought I'd just try the Haskop stuff on you. So, James, I guess we'll talk about special tasks some more, or what? Something. Yep. So I hadn't realized, I thought that the migraine was caused by, I started taking statins the night before, and so I thought that had caused the migraine, because there's a warning about headaches on there, and I thought, headache. Because I'm prone to them, I suppose. So, anyway, so then I thought, I guess I can't take this. But then while laying there, once I could finally, once it was not too painful to actually think while laying there, I thought, no, this is just a migraine. It would have been something I ate, or, something just triggered it, right? It's just a bad coincidence. But I didn't take the statin last night, just in case. And I don't know, James and I decided, well, I'll start taking it once I feel just completely right as rain. And then if I have bad side effects, then I'll know that it was that. So.
I suspect it was that. Or you'll see. You'll feel it.
I'll feel it.
You gotta watch side effects. I mean, one of the treatments I take Side effect, cataracts. I developed cataracts in not 4 years, much less 4 decades, 4 months. How bad were they getting? I was having trouble with my footing up, and I can remember it was particularly bad on the first time we went up Horseshoe Trail. Springtime or something like that. I couldn't see the pathway in between the grass. Right? It was especially acute, like when we were getting near the top of that call. The first thing that you pass, that it's kind of like a pass. I love that route because it seems like a lot of useless labor. Because you go up and you go down to a river crossing, then you go up again. If they'd actually went around that little spur off whatever mountain that is, I think it's Bellevue Hill, they call it. I don't think it'd be much longer, nearly as much of a load. That's the way it goes. When you go out hiking, you're there for the hike. You're there to get there fast or whatever. It's the same thing on Wishbone. Before you get to Sulphur Creek. It's a little bit annoying on a hot day because you realize you're going towards Sulphur Creek. Then all of a sudden it turns off and it's going parallel to Sulphur Creek for a long way. And you actually go up a little bit and come back down to Sulphur Creek. You're there for a hike. You just take into account how long it's going to be. Make sure you got enough water and enough, as my mom used to say, nguzu, which is, I guess, is a Tonga term for energy. Well, she'd say, do that work with a little bit of nguzu. I was born in Africa, so. In a place called Zambia, 2 main languages, Bamba in the north and Tonga in the south. But they say there may be 89 different languages and or dialects. Within an area, I don't think that's much bigger than Alberta.
That's weird.
Maybe twice as big. It's just the way of the world. Here in Alberta, there used to be quite a few languages, right? And some of them not closely related to each other, like Stony Nakota. Well, that's a Siouan language. It'd be related to Lakota and Dakota. And then Blackfoot, next door to the Cree. They are related languages, but the Blackfoot language, for some reason or another, seems quite different from Cree. For example, what does people aren't having a problem with? Anyway, yeah, there's grammar, I guess, is from some of the related. Vocabulary is quite different. I mean, up north, now didn't it? It looks as though the Dene type of people who call their languages Athabascan, and there may be 50 or more of them. And Alaska, Yukon, Upper BC, and then there's a stretch where they don't exist, when you head down to New Mexico, Arizona, Texas. It's more of Navajo, Apache, so on and so forth. Alberta had quite a few languages here, but nothing like it now. Anyway, was I going to talk about special task? Oh, it's one of the world's worst criminals against humanity right here. With no sense of it. He's the one who coordinated, according to his own account. You know, until he surfaced, he was an entity, basically, because he was a spy. And he's the one who coordinated getting information out of the Manhattan Project. What made him feel bad? Just getting that information and giving it to, at that point in time, maybe the world's documented, as it were, worst mass murder, Joseph Stalin, in the history of the world. And this guy, writing this after the fall of the Soviet Union, read it was compiled from interviews with him. 1994. Well after the fall of the Soviet Union. But his big hero, they're saying the latter-day leaders of the Soviet Union were a bunch of wimps and all this sort of stuff. This guy's a true believer. He believed in 1994, he would have believed in communism. And he just believed, I guess, that Khrushchev, Brezhnev, Andropov, Chernenko, and especially Gorbachev, were a bunch of wimps. He says in here multiple times that the guy who made the Soviet Union great, made it a superpower, was Joseph Stalin. Newsflash, shouldn't be a flash. Joseph Stalin was one of the worst leaders in the history of the world, but of Russia. And the Russia's had a history of really stupid, backward, dumb leaders. Joseph Stalin was so stupid. When the Germans attacked, whenever that was, June the 6th, 1941, whatever, attacked Russia. They'd already had a reasonably long history, going back to before 1939, of taking over other people's territories, starting even before 1939. But 1939, just a matter of record, taking over Poland in a matter of a couple of weeks, starting September 1st. Stalin shouldn't have been surprised. He was presumably literate. The record seems to indicate that he knew, with varying degrees of acquaintance, 6 languages. So he should have read Mein Kampf, or at least read an abstract, or got someone to abstract it for him. And Hitler's main aim in Mein Kampf, I'm sure in his peanut-sized brain, was to obtain Lebensraum, living room, in the East, and at the expense of Slavs, especially the Russians. I don't think it wouldn't have taken too much figuring to figure out the Slavs are either going to get turned into slaves or sent to the glue factory. So Joseph Stalin's all shocked. Now Suda Pilatov says that Joseph Stalin, unlike what many people claim, was actually active during those first days of the German invasion. I think he's quoting some records that indicated Stalin was hither, and yon. And now that I think about it, I don't know why I even took those records seriously. Because the communists were amazing at making records he didn't want to be, to disappear. And I guess they were pretty good at cooking them up. Anyway, Stalin was so stupid. I didn't know some Russian history. He was, after all, educated. Although it was only, I think, in the seminary. But, you know, when Peter the Great was having to deal with the Swedes, he did basically scorched shrift policy, retreated, and left them nothing to defeat their armies on. Alexander the First, not Alexander the Great. When Napoleon invaded, he retreated all the way out of Moscow, through Moscow, and scorched shrift policy again. Both cases, Peter the Great, Alexander the First, they beat their adversary. So what does Stalin do? He tells his troops, you retreat at the risk of your life and limb. Huh? How stupid can you get? If it wasn't for England standing up to Hitler in the initial stages of World War II, and the Americans providing the Russians with this, that, and the other thing, Vladivostok wouldn't be called, it means ruler of the East. It'd be called something like, what would it be? Führer, no, Führer, that's leader, ruler. Herrscher der Ost, or something like that. Ruler of the Eastern German. It would have been the Eastern outpost of German so-called civilization. If it wasn't for the Brits and the Americans, and to a certain degree the Canadians and Australians and I'm not going to forget folks from New Zealand, in many cases given up their lives. I lost an uncle before I ever came on the scene. He's a nice guy called Asel. Don't mispronounce the name. He's apparently a very nice guy. Well, he might not have even lived to be his 20s. Died in England. German raid. It could have been a bombing raid. Could have more likely a missile attack. But anyway, did you want to read now? No. Okay. How much time have we got?
Probably 5 minutes. I don't know.
Oh, sorry. No, you just have 17 seconds to wrap it up.
So, I did mention that he's saying Stalin was an awesome leader and the greatest Russian. He just made the great. No, Stalin was a chimp, and this guy was too.